Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the final, last but not least introduction of our Dicemension introductions. So we are here today with the uber creative and amazing Georgia. Can you please do an introduction to your wonderful character?
Hello everyone, I am Thalyssa. She is a warlock elf, particularly edgy and unfriendly because she has a very deep and difficult background. So I guess we will see what is gonna happen.
Yeah, we like deep, dark and edgy women here.
Yes.
So that's all good.
Yes.
Okay, so Thalyssa has been wandering the south for a little while now, because you've always been a bit of a loner, and because in reality you've kind of been pushed as a warlock to the south. You've been getting lots of dreams, you've been getting lots of guided visions, you've been getting like birds fall out of the sky with notes attached to them, things have been carved into trees.
Just normal stuff.
Just normal stuff. The synchronicities of you getting to this moment is you just being pushed and forced into this situation. Against your will, the audience aren't allowed to know that.
Yes. So, do I really have a will?
Who knows? So, you are in the middle of a bog at night time, and it's really densely thick with fog here. Like the fog also has kind of like this acrid kind of burning smell to it.
Just gonna, you know.
Oh, she's getting in the moment.
I'm a warlock, but very
Oh. Be afraid of the woman and the cow in the middle of a boggy forest, right? Yes.
Like as if I should be worried about something, you know.
Yes, exactly. They should be worried about you, if anything. So yeah, so you're hungry, penniless, and exhausted. You've been travelling 16 hours straight with no rest, no food, and you have no money to think of, and you are just endlessly following this direction. It's almost like this siren call of a pull to just keep one foot in front of another, in front of another, in front of another. You are in a foul mood because you really just want to turn back, but you know if you turn back, it's going to be so much worse for you.
Yes.
So, in the distance, you're able to see smoke. And the smoke is sort of blowing gently towards your direction, and the fog is now getting thicker, and you're able to smell like this fire, and you're able to hear on the wind like stop that, don't do that.
Who goes there? Who's there? Show yourself!
Nothing.
I just keep walking, okay?
Can you roll perception for me, please?
Yes. 6.
Okay. No, you're not able to see anything.
I kind of like...
So you're walking and you're walking and you're walking, and immediately you feel like fire just pass your left ear, like. And as the mist clears, you're able to see a woman in black leather with long dark black hair and plaits, stood with her hand on a small grey dragon.
Is she just in front of me, or which side?
Just in front of you. Yeah, you've kind of like walked into like a clearing in the forest where there's a campfire in front of them. You can see like some tents behind, and this woman is kind of holding this. And she says, "You should probably tell us who you are, because her fire hurts a hell of a lot."
I don't want to have any problem. I just on my way, and you can keep doing your business. That's not mine. And I try to disengage from her, going into another way.
Oh, hey, no, sorry, we didn't mean to offend you. Obviously, we just you know, she's a dragon, she gets a bit...
Oh.
You look really emaciated. Like, are you okay? Do you need to rest? Do you need some food or something?
Actually, I am a bit tired. I've been walking and then just wandering over for days. So if you don't mind,
yeah. Like, and she kind of like picks up like a sort of a bedroll. She's like lays out on like a log, and she's like, look, just sit there. We're cooking up some meat at the moment, so have a rest. We'll cook you up some food, and you know it will all be okay.
thank you. And I just take a seat, trying to avoid her eyes. Like, I don't really want to talk at the moment, so I just, kind of like, take a seat, doing my business.
You're like,
whatever, like, don't look at me, I don't want to talk to people.
this is so awkward. So she kind of brings over like a little skewer of meat. It's nothing so great, but it's food. So she kind of brings it over, and she's like, again, really, really sorry about the dragon. So
thank you. And I just start to...
So you nibble on it. It doesn't taste so great, but it is so warming and soothing. It's like, okay, I'm fine. So you're kind of starting to shake off a little bit of this kind of hunger at this point, and you're starting to just generally feel a little less tense and a little more warm in the situation. So good, right?
Better than nothing.
True. Yeah. She'll be like, yeah, so, sorry, I'll introduce us. I'm Kai, this is my sister Sol, my twin sister. So she kind of like comes over to you and she kind of sits next to you and she says, so my sister is a dragon.
Okay.
So she's been living as a dragon now for about 3 months, and I'm basically keeping her in the bogs because people keep trying to attack her, basically.
Okay, was she like you before? What happened to her?
Oh, nothing. She always wanted to be a dragon. Like, she always thought that she was a dragon when she was younger.
Okay.
And we helped to train her up to be a druid, and then her powers were good enough to become a dragon.
Oh,
so she's living as who she is now. She's a dragon.
Oh, okay, that's good. Do you think it's a bit? I mean, people that she catch attention more than before?
Well, yeah,
probably?
I mean, we are kind of in the middle of this bog for a reason.
Yes.
But I'm taking her south because I've heard that there is a clan of dragon folk and dragonborns that
Okay.
I've been told will let her in, and she can be with her kind, who she was meant to be with. So.
And you are gonna be completely alone after that.
Oh, it's okay. I deal with my own stuff. I can just go back living, in the capital. It's okay. I just wanted to make sure that she was safe, and she deserves to be with her kind as the person she is. She was born to be a dragon, so now she gets to live the life she wants to. I'm gonna take her down south.
I'm no one to judge, absolutely. Yes. And I keep eating.
So what are you doing in this area?
I guess I will find out. I've been called to this area to... I had weird dreams and voices. I mean, it's not weird, it's me. I usually receive these kind of things.
Yeah.
But, it's something that it's very difficult for me, impossible for me to just ignore after a while. And I kind of like shake my shoulder, and so I guess it's just something that I have to do, but I'm not really sure yet what is this that I have to do.
Okay.
I'm just following this voice and these dreams but I'm kind of like tired because I don't know where I'm going, and this looks don't get offended, but I don't know what's this place, and I'm just in a very, very tired mood.
Yeah.
And
I get it. I mean, compared to the north, this is like a hellhole, really.
Yes.
She kind of rolls out this map and she's like, well, we're sort of heading here, but like the nearest town is like a day in that direction.
Okay.
And maybe you'd find what you need there, maybe. I
yeah,
don't know.
and where is this Dragonborn location where you are going?
Oh, I don't know. We're just told to just keep going south until we find it.
Okay, so we are in a kind of similar situation, literally.
Basically,
Yes. Okay, I guess the only useful things to do right now for me is to actually go to the town and start to kind of like realize what these voices want. I mean, it's literally just looking for something and keep trying. I guess.
I mean, you know, that's the best thing to do. I mean, you know, go and see a mage. That was what we did.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you know, we were like, you know, we went to someone in the south and they were like, oh yeah, you know, and they could see like things.
Yeah,
and they could see like the Dragonborn realm. So maybe you'll be able to find the answers you're looking for.
Yeah, I probably add that to the list of things that I have to find out. But probably, do you know if there is any library in the town you were talking about? Maybe I can like start to look for the history of this place or what's going on with this place.
I mean, I've never been to the town, but you know, it's a pretty small town. There probably won't be a library, but there'll definitely be magic people.
Okay.
There's usually always magic people in these weird places.
Okay. Yeah. Yes.
But yeah, I mean, you know, we can walk you to the town, like
that would be brilliant.
Like, tomorrow morning, because I mean, she's a dragon. Like,
we'll
be fine.
I didn't realize that.
You know, it will be absolutely fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, you rest.
If you
up.
don't mind, if you have, I mean, you look.
Oh,
really
honestly,
busy.
we're going in that direction anyway.
Okay.
So it would be nice to speak with an actual human being, because obviously I can't speak to her because she's dragon now. So
okay.
you know.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's fine to me. Absolutely. Yes.
Wicked. Okay. Well, then we're gonna go to bed and we'll see you in the morning.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay. So this night you have really, really odd dreams. So you feel like your arms and your legs are being held down by like black tar, and you're kind of being pulled into this kind of black tar pit, like, you know, kind of crawling like up your face. And it's feeling really hard to breathe, and people seem to be stepping around you, and you're trying to shout, you're trying to scream, but no one can hear you. So you're able to feel like footsteps like on your body, and like these really heavy footsteps of like orcs trampling like all over your body, carrying like the bodies of like dead men and women as they're kind of like sludging through the mud. But you're able to kind of see a light in the distance, which just seems to have like a very small town, and then everything fades and you wake up.
I am so over these. This was the most vivid dream I had in these crazy, crazy weeks. I am so over this.
You okay?
Give me 5 minutes, okay?
Okay, that's fine. So she's sort of like packing up her stuff and kind of like, you know, looking to check you that you're alright. So she comes over and she gives you some breakfast, which is kind of like some old oats mixed up with some kind of like water and honey. She's like, this hopefully should make you feel a bit better.
Thanks. Sorry, it's not. You are just the sweetest person I've met lately. It's just I'm very tired of these dreams, and it's just it's never ending. I'm sorry about that, and I just grab the bowl, and I'm literally like kind of like with my legs close to my to the bowl like that,
like in a fetal
position. Yes, like, you know, when and I'm just kind of like going like that.
Like you're rocking back and forth. Great.
And I feel I kind of like relax every.
That's amazing. Okay.
Do you know if there are any orcs around this area?
Not that I know of. No. I haven't seen anything.
I mean, I honestly never met any like proper orc. Half orcs, yes. Orcs, not really. And I was just. It looked like a fight or a battle, and they were just like passing over me, and I couldn't breathe. And I don't understand what this means. And I'm kind of like touching my shoulder, like in a very kind of upset way, and I'm like. And I put the bowl down. I'm like, I guess we will find out. I don't know. I had also vision of this little town. Could be like, I don't know. Could be the next location we are going to. I have no idea. I just want to find out, and I just want to talk to someone, because this situation. I never asked for help, But this situation is just driving me crazy, and I just want to resolve it. I'm sorry. I'm putting you all. I'm putting a lot of stress in you.
Do you need a hug?
No. Please don't ever touch me. But
Okay.
but thank you.
Okay,
really,
that's
thank
fine.
you.
Well,
Thank you so much.
We're ready to go whenever you are.
I'm ready to go, and I literally
She's
packed.
sort of like stroking like the dragon who's kind of like doing this on the ground at this point, like kind of like looking at you.
I literally packed the, like, honestly, the small thing I have.
Yeah.
I have a little book, book of shadow, and a little pouch, and then just okay. I'm ready to go. Literally, I'm ready to go.
Perfect. Okay. So you're walking along, and it's during the day at the moment. So you kind of left at around about dawn, and you're kind of walking for about an entire 12 hours because it's kind of dusk, and you can hear just the small, slow crackling of a fire in the distance, in between the trees, and you're able to kind of see small plumes of smoke coming through these trees.
Okay.
And Kai kind of like puts her hands in front of you, and the dragon is like, careful. We don't know what's up ahead. So she
How big is this dragon? I mean, I don't think we are kind of like stealthy.
Yeah, so the dragon is probably about 9 feet tall.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so
Boom, boom, boom. That's literally what.
yeah, and she's like, she sort of looks at you and she's like, don't worry, my sister can take care of herself. Honestly, she'll be absolutely fine. And she kind of like goes into sleep. If you could roll stealth for me.
Yes.
Okay. So you come to this very small clearing in the forest. It's like not too big at all. It's kind of just like a shape of an eye, and you can see in the center a really small fire. Surrounding the fire is 5 orcish archers, all in an eye shape around the fire. So you're to step over and in between each of these. And each of these. So you're walking along and everything seems fine, and then one turns over and half grabs your leg. So if you could do a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
13.
13.
Not
Okay.
Oh my
Yep, so he kind of grabs your leg, touches your foot, but you're able to move. You're moving again, and you're moving again, and one is looking right at you.
Oh. Is it in front of me, right?
Yeah, so like you're walking and you're kind of like looking at everyone, and then your eyes meet with one that's laying on the floor.
Is he sleeping or is he awake? Or can I just wave to see if maybe he's sleeping with his eyes open?
Okay.
Without like.
Okay, if you could do a stealth check for me, please.
Oh my gosh. 11.
Okay. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything.
So I
you're kind
turn
of
to Kai.
walking. So you're kind of walking again, and you hear a. And you kind of hear like.
Oh gosh. And I'm like literally like completely blocked. And I kind of like look around to see if they look at me. It's just I just look at Kai to see what's her reaction in this. I'm kind of like I don't know what to do. I'm kind of like, why are there orcs here, and what is going on? Who made that sound? Was it me or was it her?
Yeah, it seemed like you had stepped on something.
Oh no, that's my fault. Sorry. So I just look at Kai and I just say, okay, and I kind of like I try to like move on.
Okay, so is it faster or slow or?
No, I mean the same
sort of pace.
Same speed. Just trying to like be as gentle as I can. Like
okay, you hear another, and another.
Can I use Misty Steps? So if literally like kind of like teleport me into for 30 feet.
You're absolutely fine. You disappear into the fog and then
Okay.
and now you're in some trees.
Okay.
Now. And sort of a couple of minutes later, you see Kai and Sol step forth. Okay. So you're walking through the night. You would estimate, dusk was a sort of 4 or 5 hours ago now, so it's in the middle of the night at this point. And you're walking and and she's like, I don't really want to stop until morning now. I think we just need to push on to the town.
Let's keep going. Absolutely.
So you come to kind of a small clearing.
Okay.
That is what could be described as a swampy, boggy, muddy region. So you're able to see only very slightly through the moonlight in the trees that some areas seem to be quite muddy, some areas seem to be kind of grassy land, some are just kind of the bog that you've been stepping through all of this time. So you're stepping along. Make your foot steps into this mud. And it doesn't feel very nice when you're stepping into it. Like it's kind of been quite wet where you've been walking, but this is like you use like sludge, and you can see swirling around in this mud these shapes forming into these pixie, jaggedy creatures with these very like yellow, piercing eyes looking at you. And 5 mud mephits are looking at the 3 of you, surrounding you in a semicircle. Roll initiative, please.
Well, 4.
Nice. Okay, it is the bad guy's turn.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Okay, so they're kind of in a semicircle. So you've got 2 that are like just in front of you, and then 2.
How many you said? 5.
Near the dragon, yeah, and then 1 looking towards Kai's direction. Okay. So they are all going to jump forward to you all at a time.
Yeah.
So 2 are going to attack you. They are going to punch you. So that one hits, and you take 5 bludgeoning damage. The second one is also going to have a smash at you and gets the same. You take 6 bludgeoning damage. 2 are going to go for the dragon. The first one misses, the second one misses, and then the last one on the right is going to go for Kai and is going to hit. And she takes 5 bludgeoning damage. So Kai immediately goes to grab out 2 short swords, and is going to hit double attack. Misses the first one, but hits the second one. Clobbers him for 7 hit points.
Oh, that's great.
The dragon immediately changes form into a very beautiful woman who looks exactly the same as her sister, however her hair is grey and what she's wearing is grey. She is going to swing around her quarterstaff to hit both of the ones. So she is going to take a disadvantage, but she's trying to like hit as many people as possible, and she misses unfortunately. Okay, it is now your turn.
So I want to cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
So I kind of like do this movement with my arm, and I wanna target the same that the dragon. Which one was the one we did?
So Kai hit.
Yeah. So that same with the 2 beams.
Perfect.
So 211.
Yeah, both hit.
Oh yes, 11.
Okay.
Oh, that's 6. Same target. So 17.
You're both. So you're kind of like both of your hands going in for like Emperor Palpatine, basically, and it just blasts through and it throws mud in all directions, and that one is dead.
Yay! So I get also 9 temporary points.
Fantastic. The remaining mud mephits are going to go for 1 for each of you to try and kind of tackle you down.
Yes.
So the middle one goes for yourself and misses. The one on the left will go for Sol and misses. And the third will go for Sai and will hit. She takes 7 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. How does she look like? Is she okay or?
Yeah, looks like it's barely even scratched.
Oh,
she's
girl.
fine, girl. You know, she's just walking around with a dragon. She's
yeah,
okay.
I guess that's the last of the problem.
Exactly. Okay, and Soul is going to use her quarterstaff to bonk the one that's in front of her.
Yeah.
And hits.
Oh, that's
And it takes 8 bludgeoning damage.
whoa.
And it's looking pretty beaten up at this point. Okay, and it is now your turn.
Yay! So I do attack the same.
Okay.
Is it the one that looks like the worst or?
Yes.
Yeah. So I will attack. I'm gonna attack him and I'm gonna attack the one in front of me.
So you're gonna kind of
Two different beams.
lovely. Okay, if you want to do the first one to the left.
14 plus 7, so
Yeah, that hits.
yes. 12.
Yeah, both hit.
Perfect. 14.
Okay.
Another 11. Honestly, this is becoming a bit.
Okay. So the one that was on the left is literally, it looks like drooping, gooping pieces of mud, like hardly keeping itself together anymore. So it is now the bad guys, and the really roughed up one is going to try and kind of punch you.
Yeah.
And gets a critical fail. So as it kind of swings, it seems to dissolve and dies.
Goodbye.
Bye. The one on the left is going to go for Soul and hits, taking 7 bludgeoning damage, and she's looking pretty roughed up at this point. And then the one in front of Kai is going to go for Kai and misses. And it is now Kai's go, and she is going to swish with her 2 sword swords. I can't say those words. Sword swords. And she misses twice, unfortunately.
Oh.
But then Soul is going to go for a quarterstaff and bonk the guy on the head, and misses. So it's now your turn.
Perfect. So I'm gonna cast again.
It's the good old warlock spell.
I know. I mean, you have that. You don't really need anything.
Exactly.
I mean, all the rest of the spells are good, to do kind of depth to the character. So
that's right.
Okay, the 2 beams, because there are only 2 left, right? One each.
Yeah, 1 each.
10, 17.
Okay, so the first one misses on the left, but the right one hits.
10 damages.
10 damage. Okay. Again, you pushes through. There's a hole in it. The hole seems to be like growing through his body.
Oh yes. I really enjoy that. Like I like my face is just like yes.
So that one now kind of turns its attention from Kai to you and goes to whack you in the face and hits 3 bludgeoning damage.
Perfect.
Okay, and then the one on the left is going to go for Soul and hits, and she takes 5 bludgeoning damage. Kai is going to now flank behind the one that's trying to attack you and goes with her 2 short swords. Hits 2 damage. She uses her first sword, which kind of slices through, and she spins her sword and stabs it into the head as it just droops down.
Oh yes.
Mud everywhere.
Yes.
And it is deaded.
Yes.
So the last one hasn't been hit at all. It's been quite lucky so far.
Okay.
Soul is going to whack it with its quarterstaff and misses. It is now your turn.
Perfect. I'm gonna target him.
Yes.
With both of the beams.
Close in.
Oh, natural 20!
Yes! Well done.
Yes. 17.
Lovely. So both hit.
Perfect. But it's 35.
35.
Boom.
Okay. So what I can describe now as just happened is you have put both of your hands together and pushed all of your frustration and hatred at what is going on in your dreams and just forces it towards this mud method that literally explodes, hitting all of the trees, not only with the mud, but your lightning starts to hit some of the trees and it's kind of crackling with fire and ash up like the surrounding trees.
Don't mess up with me!
Dead well done! Well done.
I kind of like
Very
good.
good.
That
Very
was very
good.
nice. I really enjoyed that. Thank you.
So the the woman looks away from you and doesn't want to look in your eye contact, and then turns back into a dragon, and then turns to look at you and kind of like bows.
Oh.
So they say, right, dawn's almost here, we should only be a couple more hours walk.
Let's go.
Okay.
I really want to have a good night sleep, or morning at this point, because we're gonna arrive there.
Okay, so you're walking for an hour, and
Okay.
then in the distance to the west, you're able to hear the sound of war drums. Like they seem to be kind of getting further and further and further away from you, but at the same time they kind of seem to be on parallel with the way that you're walking, but they're kind of walking in a slightly different direction. So Kai immediately turns around and is like, I think something terribly wrong is happening here. We can fly you into town, or you can walk into town, but we can't get involved in any combat or anything. She's already really beaten and bruised up, and yeah, you can see that like she's kind of got some gashes like on the side of her scales, and she says, look, we can drop you into the centre of town on Soulsback if you want, or you can press on. It's only about an hour further walk, it's up to you.
You've been very kind with me, so I'm honestly I'm really happy if you wanna give me a ride, but yeah, I'm not gonna involve you in this, and I personally don't really wanna get involved either, so I'm just following, and I'm just gonna check this town, but yeah, you're right, this drums are...
So you kind of both get on her back, and she kind of flies into the sky, and you can see a small town that's like a couple of minutes kind of fly away, but you can see that from a couple of directions, kind of a few orcs are starting to walk towards this town.
Okay, can I see which direction are they coming from?
So they seem to be coming from two directions.
Two directions.
The opposite sides.
Okay.
But you can't really tell where north is at the moment, because you're kind of like, you're in the air. It's quite foggy around.
Yeah.
So she drops you into the centre of the town, and Kai turns to you and she says, look, we're gonna keep pushing further south now, but if you're ever in the capital, then come and say hi. It'll be nice to see you again.
Remember me, what's the name of the capital, so that I will know?
Oh, Marmora.
Marmora. Perfect.
I'm surprised you haven't been to the capital.
I've been in almost in the random place. I don't really like towns. I don't really like people. So yeah, I will come to visit you. I guess.
Sure, yeah, it would be really nice to see you.
Thank you
Obviously,
for everything.
You won't see my sister. This will be the last time you see her.
Can I touch her on?
Yeah, of course you can.
Okay.
So she kind of like bows to you, and kind of like a little bit of kind of steam sort of comes out of her nose.
Oh, I've never touched a dragon.
It's a special moment.
Thank you.
So they kind of like immediately kind of go off into the air, and you see a bard run at you like this, and kind of go, "Are you here to help?"
What?
And that's the end of your session. Well done. So thank you very much for that. So we are going to get into the battle next session.
Ooh.
So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I can now announce to you on camera right now that you are going to be entering the campaign called The Relenting.
Woo!
So, the first session of the Relenting Part 1 through, starting next week with the wonderful Marv, Orgarog, and Thalyssa. Yes, so please tune in, and if you haven't gotten a chance yet to see Marv and Orgarog's introductions, we will link them down below. So thank you very much from everybody here at Dicemension, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Bye!